Hello folks, I'm Colonel Failure and this is Cities Skylines, where you join us with a crime outbreak in progress at the bouncy castle park. That's right, for some reason, there are all manner of drug deals and murders and bank robberies happen at the bouncy castle park. No, I don't really get it either, but there you go. What the hell is going on here? Where'd you learn to drive, you and your flash little... I don't know, is that a sports car? It's just... I despair. Anyway, enough of this hellish area of town that it has been suggested I should nuke from orbit, for it's the only way to be sure. I mean, look at this place. It's huge. It's most impressive. So we've got 100 plus thousand citizens at the moment. What's going on here? What are everybody upset about? You're operating normally. Well, maybe I clicked on the wrong one then. Still operating normally. What do we got? Not enough buyers for your products. Well, okay, so there's a demand for retail at the moment, and that could well alleviate quite a few of these concerns that the industrial area's got. And before I proceed, I'm going to see if I can't help out on that front. Let's just stick a quick... I mean, it's going to amaze me if anybody will use it, but I'll stick a quick retail area up here, because you know what? At least they'll be able to get some goods. And then you never know, they might, people might come from far and wide to visit that horrific roundabout up there, spend 6 hours in traffic, and then, go and buy themselves a new pair of shoes. Could happen. I'm not going to say it won't. Okay, give me that, and then district this fella up. Let's rock. No, not that. No. Retail. Quickly, before idiots start moving in and then griping about the fact that the entire area is polluted. Right, there we go. That's it. All of that lot. Make them retail. We've got demand for retail. Turn into retail. There you go. Retail yourselves. Get retailed. Retails all. Anything else I want to add to that? No. Okay, smashing. Maybe that will help, maybe it won't. We've got people moving in. That's always good. Right, other things that have come up through comments. We've had a suggestion on how to fix my water pollution issues, the brown water issue that we've got out near the coast. Hold on, I'm just going to bash some pipe out here just so that people don't gripe about not having water when they move into an area that doesn't have a water main. Where are we talking? Yes, we're talking over here, right? So, previously we have had issues with water having the drama, and the suggestion was we move these water outlet pipes because these chaps chuck clean water back into the mix, and that there is potential for a crossing of the streams between the filth and the cleanliness that is being generated. To be honest, while I can keep it working, thank you for the suggestion. Apologies for not remembering your name. You know what? I ought to write down the comments I'm going to talk about before I start recording. So anyway, virtual high five to you, person who is not getting sufficient credit. While I can fix it, I'm going to keep fixing the problem manually, even if that's quite an ugly solution, rather than reduce our ability to get rid of sewage just by pumping it into the path of a passenger liner. So keep the suggestions coming. Just because I don't do them doesn't mean I don't appreciate them. Right, where were we last time? Last time we were looking at this splendid Pokemon-esque gotta catch 'em all road system. It just looks a bit Pokemon-esque, if you ask me. And what we're going to do today is we're going to try and get this operational. Now, I say that out loud, despite the fact I've not really thought through what I'm going to be doing yet. But hold fire, things will happen. There'll be glamorousness in the near future. Now, I'm tempted to try and stick a hydroelectric dam on here, because I've not really played with them yet, and that sounds quite exciting. Now, this could flood some of the area up here. Now, I'm going with the current. I mean, the alternative is to do the other side, but I don't own that bit. I could do this bit, though. We might flood our station. Is that a risk I am prepared to take? Yes, it's a risk I'm prepared to take. Now, I don't know how these work. I've not looked at any tutorials on it. There we go. Estimated production of 0 megawatts. Why? Why 0? Does it need to be higher? Lower? No. What's the problem? There's flow going through there. Is it because there's another route the water can take? Well, let's try the other side, because that way there definitely isn't an alternate route. Yeah, estimated production 16 megawatts. Seriously? These guys produce more than that, don't they? What are we talking here? 3. Alright, what about these? Yeah, that'll do 20 megawatts, and that's 12 grand. I find it incredibly hard to believe, unless that's per tile. Oh, hold on. 32 megawatts. 48 megawatts. Oh, okay. Right, well. How do we get it doing more? How do we get it doing any? See, I would have thought it's just, just a case of bash out a dam and then pipe the old the water through. Higher you make your dam, but I don't seem to be able to increase the elevation of it. All right, oh, hello, 96 megawatts. That seems better. It also seems arbitrary. That was starting from there. Okay, what if I just start from here? 160 So this is clearly dictating how much of the land I'm going to flood. Right? That's what we're talking about, isn't it? So if I'm going to do it, I might as well flood as much as possible. I wonder if I've unlocked enough to get this block here. No, I haven't. Sad. Pity. What a shame. Milestones. What's the next milestone, I wonder? Not giving me a clue. I would have thought 100,000 would do it. Okay, right. Well, I could put it here and wipe out this bridge. Maybe I have to relay the bridge. You know what? It's worth it. It is worth it just to see what happens. So if we were to go from here round to there. No. I want at least 160. 192. Now you're talking. There we go. Make it happen. Yeah, are you kicking out power now? Are you? Is that working? Are there more buttons I need to interface with? Not operating. Massive amounts of water travelling through the dam massive amounts of water travelling through the dam provides electricity. Right. Not operating. Operate. Bridge is turned off. Building turned on. Oh, there we go. Ah, it is working. Things are happening, look. We are changing the water level. Oh, that's fun. And here we go. There is the aforementioned flood. Folks, you might want to get out your cars. I'm just saying. Just a thought on my part. But you're going to get wet. Unless your car is fitted with a snorkel. Now, the question is that bridge going to survive the coming flood? Is this area going to make it? Oh, that's fun. Yes. Just. Or maybe not. No, there we go. That's it. This guy's gone, screw that, I'm lit. Oh dear. Well, we drowned the hot dog man. Sorry, hot dog man. That's what you get. I did, I issued a verbal warning. Everyone here is now kind of going, oh, that's put a a level of complexity on things I hadn't anticipated. I would remove this bridge for you, but I don't own the land. I'm terribly sorry. Maybe you'll figure out to go a different route rather than just queuing up here indefinitely and going, well, when the tide goes out, we'll be fine. I'm going to turn this into some kind of luxury water park, I think. Is that a road across the top? Oh, that's excellent. Right, all right, let's make use of that. Here we go. Right, let's get the bulldozer out. Let's discourage people from going this way. Obviously, once things have settled down and once it's allowed me to buy the next area of land, I'll do something a little bit more sensible with this bit. But right now, sorry folks, no, there are no alternate paths. You are out of luck. I've built a ruddy great hydro plant and I love it. Space. Okay, so how do you build a hydro plant? Very simple. The further up the land you build it, the higher the water level is going to get the other side, and the more the effect on the immediate area afterwards. We appear to have created something of a fog bank here as well. Not intentional, but there you go. Means that this piece of highway here is currently not connected to anything. Tough. And equally, this section over here doesn't go anywhere. So right now, people are just coming up here, you know, speculatively. But we do have the road across the dam. And I'm excited. I'm excited for the road across the dam. Right, let's build ourselves a freeway roundabout here. Possibly unnecessary, but what you gonna do? Right, let's just delete back a little bit more. Give myself some space. Right, no, that's that. Right, that's what we want. And what I want from you is I want the grid. Why am I not getting a ruler on there? There we go. Okay, right, so that's 2, so 1 will probably do it. In fact, I'm not going to use the freeway to do this at all. I'm going to build this using old-fashioned one-way. No, look. Oh, well, those trees are in the way, so it's hard to tell where I've got it right or not. That might be a... No, that looks all right. There we go. So, quick and incredibly dirty roundabout there. Give me the straight line tool. Just so people have the opportunity to go and, you know, drive on the dam. Lovely. There we go. That doesn't need to go anywhere else. That's just a piece of temporary work on my part. We'll maybe turn that into something else later. Maybe we won't. Whoa, look at this flooding going on. That's rather terrific. I like it. The ability to kind of change the entire landscape is not in any way overrated. Right, let's juice up these stations, shall we? No. I didn't want to build another dam on land. Let's get some power flowing here, as well as the vast quantity of water that we're currently dealing with. And then on the other side, we'll get a water pumping station up. Here we go. Now, eventually, I'll probably connect this up to the infrastructure on the other side of the bridge. I say probably because I haven't decided. There we go. We'll go straight across there like that, and do another one like this. That's grid this up now. So, exactly what is this area going to be? So it's going to be self-contained. The only thing I'm not going to put in... Well, maybe I will. Or maybe I'll stick it over the other side of the river. But the hope is that I'll turn this into a little self-contained city, maybe? District, perhaps? Just with a, you know, a slightly more aesthetically pleasing layout and hopefully slightly fewer traffic problems. So that means it's going to need a bit of everything. It's going to need education, it's going to need fire and health and police and garbage, lots of garbage. You know, if I've learned anything at all so far, I'd be surprised. No. If I've learned anything so far, it's that don't put your services too far away from where they're actually needed. You might think that's an incredibly obvious thing to say, but I've got it wrong before, and therefore it is not obvious. Case in point being the garbage services. I hope you're enjoying watching me laying out pipes here while I amuse you with wordage. Hashtag hot pipe action. No. Yes. What do you mean it's already occupied? What? I wanted to occupy it again. Fine, we'll do some sort of back and forth kind of a maneuver. Oh, why are you being fussy with me? This is so that it can get polluted. That's why it doesn't want you to create a nice, even, properly distributing, multiple redundancy kind of a network here. No. Right, look, this will do. Once we've got this done, that will do. Go and build something actually useful. Get some actual progress happening, man. Okay, so we've got our traffic circle going on here. We haven't yet figured out how we're getting stuff off the freeway onto these roads. Now, I saw a very, very good tutorial on resolving your road-based woes a couple of days ago. Again, I can't give credit because I forgot who did it. But the principle you want to follow is actually, you know, it's pretty simple. Is give people as many different alternate routes to get to their destination as humanly possible. I mean, that's, you know, it sounds like one of the most obvious things you could possibly suggest, but it makes total sense. All of the problems I've got with traffic at the moment stem from the fact that there are one, maybe two routes they can take to get from point A to point B. And so obviously they're going to take the one that to them feels the most convenient. Oh, you want to get under there, go on. And in many cases, that leads to a hell of a lot of traffic all trying to go the same way. Can I snake that through there? No, I can't. Whoa, I hadn't meant to demolish that far. We could go over. Over would be overkill, my friend. We will go under there. So what I'm doing now is this is the outer loop, right? We've got innermost kind of roundabout sort of deal, and I haven't yet thought about what I'm going to do as far as offering people ways onto that loop. But what I want to do is I want to stick another loop in here, right? So there's going to be 4 in total, and there's going to be the opportunity to get on and off each loop from the freeway, and hopefully that means that, you know, people that are going from, you know, loop 1 through to loop 4 will kind of go like, well, you know what, I could hop on the train to do this journey, or I could jump on the freeway and go up a little way and then jump back off again. So with a bit of luck, The question comes down to whether people are going to be constantly lane switching. That's where the wailing and the gnashing of teeth comes from on freeways, is people consistently changing lanes. Okay, right, good. That's that done. Not the prettiest road ever, but it's not pretty. Yeah, that's pretty ugly. Okay, you should be fine. Haven't you got... What are you saying? You haven't got rubbish facilities. Garbage is piled up. Well, this doesn't really surprise... Who's leaving garbage? No trains are actually using this service. I put it to you, sir, you're insane. Right, so, yeah, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to get the last kind of major circuit done. We'll use the attached ruler here, and we'll go out 3. Is 3 going to be overkill on this side? Yeah, we'll go out 2 on this side. So it's not a perfect circle, no sir. It's, you know, it's imperfect. Much like life. You came for the game and you ended up with philosophy. We'll go out 3 this way and we'll do the same here. And then this is going to... This will either work absolutely flawlessly and you'll just kind of go, okay, you're some kind of crazy genius, man. Or it won't work very well at all and you'll kind of go, yeah, you're an idiot. Well, that looks semi-crazy genius man to me. That's not bad, is it? That's quite groovy. Okay, cool. We'll do the same thing the other way. Now, you see, the reason that worked is I understand that the distance that's gone out over there is a whole number of bars. I've been working off that kind of whole numbers. Except it's not, of course, you're talking nonsense. You're making out you're some kind of, you know, Svengali when in fact you're not. Those are uneven. You're still kind of pretty, though. I like it. And it's organic. It's not uneven. Kindly correct your terminology. Right, let's see if we can get a connection onto there. No. We can go straight with this one. And then do the same over here. So again, it's about providing multiple connections. Now that doesn't mean you have to go absolutely nuts in terms of the number of roads that you build. It simply means give people choices about where they, how they get from point A to point B. I like it. Okay, and then we'll build some interior roads here. Do I want to connect them up to the biggie? No, I think we'll just run standard interior roads off this. I don't want you to snap to the grid, my friend. That's not helpful in this situation. Let's go organic. And what I'm going to try and do is... Actually, I'm not going to tell you what I'm going to try and do in case I can't do it. Why these stations are complaining about sewage and rubbish? No, you see, that's not going to work, is it? You've got those bending all over the place. That is not going to look organic. That's just going to look bad. Come on, put a little bit more effort. Let's do it like that, and then, yeah, okay, okay. I don't need these to be perfectly equidistant because it's not what I'm after. What I'm after is just I'm just after something that's a little bit different, a little bit more unusual, while having a nod towards being symmetrical, but not symmetrical. And I want to leave a little bit of space in there as well. So that's what we've got round there. And then we'll go and delete these junctions. Because I want to keep that inner road moving as much as possible. But I do want to give people plenty of room to build. And then once I've got this in, I'll be... well, once I've got this built, the next step will be to provide services. And I'm going to make sure that all of those services can... well, I'm going to make sure that the entire ring... if you think of the interior of this train line to be kind of the ring, right? I'm going to make sure that the interior of this ring is adequately served for everything. You know, whether that's garbage, whether that's health, whether that's landfill, you know. Really? Is that the only thing you think about? Garbage and health. Well, yeah, they're the two things that have caused me the most misery so far. Buildings burning down, thanks to the automatic bulldozer tool. I barely even notice it. Something burns down, the fire brigade don't get to it. It's bulldozed and replaced before I even notice. It's my kind of city. Actually, I will stick that on there. There we go. And then let's just bring these back out again. Really? You're not using a standard system there. How have we thrown build something symmetrical and attractive under the bus? Yeah, we have, because symmetrical's dull. Instead, what we're going for is sort of symmetrical, but clearly built by humans who were drunk. Oh, actually, where could we take that to? That would be interesting. Delete that road we just built. Maybe there's something more interesting we can do with that. So from about there... No, it needs to go further. It needs to go not as far. Now, if I could figure out what the measurement was that I needed to be applying here, I'd be using it. But see, that's what I'm aiming for, something like that. Will that do it? It's close. I think you want your pivot point there, sort of. Or do you want it further away? What if I put it here? How much bend do you get there? Okay, further away. So about there. Now you're talking. There you go. Do we like it? I think we do. It's interesting. Might not be perfect, but it is interesting. Then we'll connect... No, we don't need a circle there. This can go straight lines. So I want you to go to there, and then you to go to here. Same thing, you onto there, you onto there. And then... Same thing again? No, that one. That is interesting. That's fun. I like it. And if you don't, then I'm sorry. Alright, okay. We'll just fill this bit in and then we'll wrap it up. Okay, so what are we going to do next? Next is, well, it's obviously more of the same. We're going to keep doing this till it's done. First time? Where are you connecting to? You're connecting to there. Oh no, that's not good. You're gonna have a hell of a time getting this corner to make any sense. You could connect short. It's not perfect. That's better. Actually, you need to move the apex along. And out. And in. And in a bit more. What do we think? No. no, not quite happy with that. That's better. Right, we'll go with that. It's not as pretty as the other side, which is a little bit we appear to be underwater. What did you do? Oh my. Hey, well, there we go. Let's wrap it up there. We're going to finish off on a section I call Unforeseen Consequences. Nuts. So, having dammed this this section here, we appear to have a new river forming. Coming straight through the bit that I've just built. You absolute swine. What could I build here that would help me? Well, I could build another dam, couldn't I? Can I can I terraform? There are tools where I can raise the land. I think it's going to have to be another dam, isn't it? So let's... Ah, it's outside my city limit. Nuts. Oh, this is deeply unreasonable. No one's going to want to move in there. And I reckon my trains won't work either. Knickers. Thanks very much for watching. I've been Colonel Failure. Tune in next time for more of the same. Blimey, we've hemorrhaged 10,000 people while playing this time. Next time around, I'm going to figure out why... Well, I know why, but I'm going to try and figure out if I can fix that or not. That's a bit of a pity. Thank you very much for watching today. Leave a like, leave a subscribe, leave a comment, and leave your empty plates out for room service. Thanks very much. I'll catch you next time. Cheerio.